In this video, I'm going to talk about 3 grown man habits that guys learned way too late. All right, check this out. So we're going to get straight to it. You know how we do it in these new videos. We get straight to the point. We don't waste your time. 3 habits that some of us, including me, already did, but we forgot or weren't taught to do that 4th one that I'm going to tell you at the end. But first, I'm going to tell you the three grown man habits that guys learned like way too late. And they almost seemed like boring and I don't need to do that, I'm not into that. You almost refuse to do it because you don't know the importance that comes by doing them and the results that you get by doing them with that fourth thing that I'm going to tell you at the end. Number 1, and the most important one, I think, is exercise. We don't exercise as grown men because we think almost that it's a punishment, that it's a waste of time, that I got it good already, I got a girl, I got a job, I exercise at work, I ain't trying to get buff, I'm already big, another kind of big, like maybe overweight, or it's just a waste of time. You're not into it and you don't want to do it. And you don't see all the benefits behind it. I know that was me. I'll tell you a story real quick. With me, that habit, I didn't do it. I thought exercising was almost like a punishment when I was growing up as a kid. And then as I became a young man, I did start exercising, and I had a really cool trainer that was my friend. But it was never tied into like for what? Besides looking good and looking like a man should, what's there behind it? And that's what I'm going to tell you guys at the end. But it was easy to start and it was easy to finish because I had no purpose, no reason to do it. And really what it does is it builds you. Exercising every day, it gives you that sense of, it's discipline, because you're doing something that you don't want to do and you don't want to do it and you know that you should. So it builds discipline, and that discipline is rewarded by confidence. The same amount of discipline is the same amount of confidence. So not only do you feel good internally, but you're going to feel good externally, because yes, you are going to start looking good. You're going to start building some muscle. You're going to start getting some shoulders. Your shoulders are going to get a little, I'm talking about men. Your shoulders are going to get a little wider. You're going to start getting some chest, some arms. Shirts are going to feel a little different. And you're going to feel different about yourself internally. Because yes, it does take discipline to do that extra thing that is actually work in your personal spare extra, possibly kickback time, where you could be doing anything else, but you actually make yourself go exercise. That's why it builds discipline. Remember, it's important. You gain confidence, and confidence is hella valuable. You take that everywhere. The second thing, number 2, diet. We only think sometimes that we need a diet when we got something special coming on, like a vacation or a wedding, or you're gonna take pictures or something like that, or your doctor says, hey, you're in danger, you got to get on a diet, you're way overweight. That's not like the right reason to be on a diet. Tracking your food, the diet that I'll tell you a story about this. I got a story about all of them. Number 2, diet. I did crash diets. It's like, oh, I want to get real thin. Oh, I want to see my abs. I never did. And the only thing that I was shooting for when I would get on any of the diets I did growing up was, I can't wait to get off this diet so I can go have my quesadilla, so I can go have my tacos, so I can go have my favorite food. That's the only thing I could imagine, I could think about. I can't wait till I'm off this diet. Being on a diet only made me think of, I can't wait to get off this diet. That's the wrong mentality to have. When you get on a diet, it's because a man is supposed to be lean. You're supposed to feel good. Once I learned that mindset shifts, it's like, okay, if I diet, that means all my work from my exercising will begin to show. Because, yeah, building muscle is one thing, but if it's covered in fat, now you're fat buff. But if you get lean, and again, there's that big D word, that discipline. You build that discipline to eat properly and have a proper macronutrients diet, you'll start leaning up naturally. The fat will start burning off automatically. You'll start feeling good mentally because it takes discipline to eat right. You're going to be able to say no to that food and no to that food. And what's even more a discipline builder is not only saying no, but saying yes. And how much? Like, yes, I can have a cookie. How much? Yes, I can have a little piece of cake at the end of the day because it fits my diet. It fits my macros. I do need some fats. And knowing what kind of cookies. Like, okay, I do have cake every night. I do have a chunk of cake every night, a piece of cake every night. But I know that my daughter cooks it with such ingredients that are healthy, that are not gonna mess with my intake of nutrition. So all those things take what? Work when you don't need to do it. That builds discipline. So there's that discipline again, which builds you more confidence. And guess what? You start burning off the fat and you start seeing those muscles that you build with the exercise. I learned that way too late. If I would have learned about dieting in this mindset early on in my early 20s, 30s, or earlier 40s, it would have been a game changer because I would have been way more disciplined way earlier. The last one, number 3, wake up time. Wake up time was only wake up early when you had to do something. Wake up early when you had to go to work, you had to go to school, you had to go fishing, you had an appointment, you had a commitment. That's the only time we'd wake up early. Go to the beach, go fishing, go to Disneyland, whatever. You would never wake up early because it was uncomfortable. Wake up early with the mindset of, I need more time during the day to be grateful and do something with my life, like exercise and diet, and be grateful for what I got. The discipline to do one of the hardest things to do, which is get out of a comfortable bed when you don't have to. When you get up early for work, it's not the same because you're getting up as a commitment for someone else. You're trading something for money, or you have a commitment for school, or whatever commitment you have. But when you just get up at an uncomfortable time for you, that hits different. That builds even more discipline. So now you have more time to be grateful, because even if you weren't if you weren't sit there and like, man, I'm so grateful for waking up, I'm so grateful for being here. No, but you're just alert, you're conscious, you're doing stuff. So that means you're being grateful just by being awake and doing anything, even if it's just sitting there. The fact that you're not sleeping and resting shows that you're giving, that you're being grateful for being alive. But of course, most of us won't just sit there. We'll get up, we'll do our morning routine, we'll start into our day, start doing all the responsibilities that we need to do. And because you're dieting and you're exercising, you'll probably get your nutrition in the morning. You'll get your exercise in the morning. And because at this point you've built this much discipline and have been gifted all this confidence, you're going to start looking for things to do, tidying up, looking for a different job, a better job, looking for your side business, your side gig, your side hustle, start making more money, start managing your money different, being more responsible with other things, because now you're a high level, high disciplined person that got gifted the equal amount of confidence to the discipline that you built. All that. The earlier you can learn that, the better. That's why a lot of these guys have missed out on these grown man habits that should have been learned at your early 20s. Late teens, early 20s. You would have been way more ahead if you had this mindset. And the number 4, thanks for waiting until the end for this one. This one's beasted up right here. All those 3, exercise, diet, and wake up time, and measuring progress. Number 4 is progress. Measuring progress. Are you making any progress? Exercising. Am I building muscle? Am I making progress, or am I just going to the gym and just going and not making progress? That's wasting time, not making progress. Diet. Am I eating correctly? Am I getting the proper nutrition? Am I losing weight? Am I feeling good? Progress. Getting on that scale and watching those numbers go down and watching that shirt fit a little different and feeling good about yourself. Progress. Wake up time. Do I get more hours in the day and I feel that I'm doing more and being grateful for being alive and feeling good because, dang, I get so much done. Yeah, I'm tired. Yeah, I'm hungry. Yeah, I'm sleepy. Yeah, I'm tired. But I'm looking better. I'm feeling better. And I'm making so much progress. Number 4 is one of the most important ones. They're all important, but that one ties it together, because you could do all these 3 things and do them hardcore, but not measure your progress and not making sure that you're moving forward. You're wasting time. If you spent your time here with me and you got some value from this video, do me a favor, please subscribe, hang out with me. I post daily. If you like this video, if we're vibing together and it hit some type of way, hit the like button. And also, if you got any questions or comments or suggestions, leave them in the comments below. I'll get at you on the next one.